Alright, let's finally continue with the main story.
I bid you welcome.
The Unbound have arrived with the equipment and resources needed to begin repairing the coreway. This is a momentous occasion, one for the Archive. I would not say this to Edelgon, but I see the Titan's hands in it. And now it is time for me to exercise my directive. I have devised a plan for how to organize our workers most efficiently, and have also allocated supplies to welcome them. Take these orders to Edelgon's workers, so they may begin in earnest. We will meet you there shortly.
Adelgon and I will oversee the repairs. This will be no small task.
So I took a moment to put a couple things on the auction house. I was also curious to see if anyone's putting up any orders. They are, but they are for stuff that I don't have the means to make right now. There were a couple of recipes. There are some recipes already available in the auction house. There were a couple of really cheap ones, but then most of them were extremely expensive. And it would be nice, because there are a couple of patron ones up there that I could get a couple of nice commissions if I only had the gold to acquire those recipes. What I'm hoping is that now that I'm considered one of the main leatherworker crafters for my guild, that if my guildmates get those recipes, if they are able to, if it's not soulbound, that somehow I can be able to get it. That they will send it to me. So I can be able to actually, more easily collect those recipes to craft those for my guildmates. Or just anyone in general. It's like, alright everybody, it's time to get to work.
These repairs will be wasted if we're attacked again. We need to bolster our defenses.
Conversation initiated.
Even with this many workers, the coreway's repairs will take time. We need to decide what to do in the meantime.
The eternal Titans sculpt your path.
I know the Unbound can repair and unblock the coreway exponentially, but I also know the Nerubians. If they see an opportunity for an ambush, they will take it. With our backs turned and our focus on the coreway, we are prime targets. We need to rally my Storm Riders and form a perimeter around Dornegal in case of an attack from within or from without. Meet me outside of the Storm Perch. I will call upon my troops there.
Fly high. Meet me outside the Storm Perch. We will rally the Storm Riders and protect the Unbound.
Interesting that it says this can be done solo or with up to 3 party members. Oh wait, are we finally going into the dungeon? Yeah, we are.
Over here. We will fly to the Rookery together.
Oh, this is going to be a follower dungeon. Gotcha. Oh, this is cool. This is a cool idea that they decided to come up with. That the follower dungeons were still kind of a new concept and thing they wanted to do. And not everyone has probably gotten to experience it. So they get to experience the dungeon. This is something I've wanted for a long time. I don't mind doing this with other players on repeat runs. But when I'm experiencing a dungeon for the very first time, I'm not focused on finishing it as fast as possible. I'm wanting to take it in. I'm wanting to look around, see what the dungeon looks like, the aesthetics, check out the enemies and all those things. I don't want to be rushed or have other people ruin the experience for me. So having it be a follower dungeon as part of the story, that's a fantastic idea. I love that. Once the Storm Riders are gathered, we will form a perimeter around the coreway to protect the workers. The Nerubians will not catch us unaware a second time. Let me know when you're ready to go.
Be vigilant.
Ah. Alright, so I'm with Baelgrim, Freysworn, Chelsea, Nadam, and Crust. So Crust is a hunter. Nadam is a mage. And both Baelgrim and Chelsea are, I guess they're shamans, but here's the funny part. Baelgrim is a tank. Shaman tanks. Shaman tanks. Shaman tanks. Look, I'm just saying. Also, this is funny. He made a refreshment table for me, just like a good mage. Thank you. He also gave us arcane intellect. Very nice. Love it. Love it. Also, he has 2 of these as his pets. Love it. I'm sorry. This is one of the fun parts about. He's also clearly a fire mage with his But this is one of the things I liked about follower dungeons is that they really do work like the classes. It's really great. I really do love this. So welcome to the Rookery. The Storm Perch is not only the home and rookery of the Storm Rooks, but also the barracks and headquarters for Storm Ward Baelgrim and the Storm Riders. For thousands of years, the Storm Perch has stood unbreached by the Earthen's enemies. Unfortunately, defense of the Rookery is harder when the breach comes from within. Dun, dun, dun! So I imagine I will be able to get normal level of the gear here. From what I've heard, heroic dungeons are not available here in the initial early access. You have to wait for the actual version. So I can either.
Before us stands the Storm Perch, Outlander. It is the command center and rookery for all Storm Riders. This is highly irregular. Why are these Storm Rooks tethered here?
Because these Rook guards are cursed.
Here. The Storm Perch has been breached, and the Storm Riders corrupted.
Void
Hurry.
Riders.
If we free these Storm Rooks, we can fly there and try to end this madness.
Outlander, with me.
Now, why is the healer running ahead like that?
Charged bombardment. Localized storm. It's too far away.
Koratite! What are you doing? Stop this!
I need to get closer.
Sorry about the loud sounds, guys.
It's too far away. I'm out of range.
What is that orb? While you go to the roosts, I will distract them here. We can link up later.
Alright, guys, let's go. It is nice you can actually toggle to be like, you will lead. So I can be like, tank, lead the way. Baelgrim is the tank, he should lead.
Gorin, what have you done?
Enraged strike. Energized barrage.
The title, the glory. It should have been mine, Baelgrim.
Huh.
You never deserved to be Stormward!
I left Gorin, my second, in charge of the Storm Perch when I left to
Charged
investigate your
bombardment.
Dalaran's crash. What has that traitor allowed to happen in my absence?
Kyrios. Stormguard Goran Stormrook, though corrupted by void magic, still loyally fights by his side, and if anything gets in his way, Kyrios will dutifully tear them apart. Periodically infuse the player with unstable charge. Upon reaching energy, flies to the center of the chamber to unleash a lightning torrent before surging back into battle. Okay. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and kind of clear the room. As you do.
Enraged strike. Enraged strike. Energized barrage. Energized barrage.
And of course we clear the room. Which I'm sure we'll have to do it like this when we do this Dungeon of Mythic Plus.
I need to get closer. Enraged strike. Enraged rook. Energized bombardment. Energized barrage. Localized storm.
Alright, well at least I'll be able to interrupt those casts there. By stunning them. Anyway.
Thunder strike.
Alright. Let's pull the boss and see what happens. Go ahead and pull, Baelgrim.
Lightning dash.
Alright, so that's something we'll definitely have to deal with.
Lightning.
Chain lightning, that'll be nasty to deal with. I'm already anticipating how some of these are going to work when it comes to Mythic Plus.
Chain lightning.
Alright, let's see it. Lightning Torrent. Oh, hey, he popped Time Warp.
Torrent.
Oh, so that's how it is. Okay, so... See, I'll bet on Mythic Plus that will turn faster. So we gotta make sure we turn this way.
Chain lightning.
Gotcha. Okay.
Rest well, Kyrios. You deserved a better rider than Goran. I will deactivate Goran myself for this sacrilege.
I like how the AI pinged, let's go down here. Lightning charge. To free the Storm Rooks. And we just keep going down. Alright, so we do this to kind of free each of these. We shall free these storm rooks. With the power of the storm! Ah! Not in sight.
Finally,
Attracting
I thought I'd
shadows
have
too
to fight
far away.
Goran on my own.
Come, Outlander. We will press forward and rescue who we can.
A lot of void corrupted enemies you can see here.
Implosion.
Obviously, Zalatath is getting to work on making
I'm
sure
out of
this place
range.
is pretty corrupted.
I need to get closer.
Their edict has been changed by some dark influence.
Yeah, it's called the Void. I'll have to tell you what it is later. Also, I got another point. More agility while not in demon form. Hold on. I did not fully corrupt or fully purge the corruption from the Storm Perch. Because it says I'm supposed to keep doing that up here. Is there a way to go back up? Ah, there is, it looks like. Haha! Alright, so if you mess it up, you're like, oh, okay, I'll just go back up here. It's fine. And this takes me back up here. Excellent! Excellent! Ba-da-ba-da. What? I've seen Bill and Ted. Totally excellent! Wait, am I supposed to, like, go through and hit all those orbs? Is that how I'm supposed to purge the corruption? Is that what I'm supposed to do? Let's try that. Let's see what happens. But I don't know about you guys, but I love the fact that they are actually... The dungeons are literally part of the main narrative. This is such a great way for people, for other players to get in, to experience the dungeons without having to deal with other players and are just wanting to check out the story. I love this. Absolutely love that they did this. Whoops, 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 whoops. Maybe I'm not really supposed to do that. Let's go ahead and keep on going, because otherwise I'm just kind of like, huh? But maybe I'm just kind of like misunderstanding why that thing is right there, so... I imagine he would be DPSing if I went in as
we will
tank.
take you to safety.
Because I could probably just do this as vengeance and be like, yeah, sure, let's go ahead and try this.
I'm out of range.
Implosion. Attracting shadows.
I need a target. I need to get closer.
Implosion. Implosion.
It's too far
Seeping
away.
corruption. Attracting shadows. Seeping corruption. Void shell. Void shell.
I don't have a target.
See just how much the void corruption is on some of these things. Maybe he was indicating down here. Hello. Oh.
Come then,
Instability.
face me. I will stand proud on the
Instability.
debris of your corpse.
Instability.
The Void Riders follow me now.
Stormguard Gorin. Once Storm Ward Baelgrim II, Stormguard Gorin has been corrupted by void magic, causing his hate for Baelgrim to fester. Using his newfound void powers, he seeks to overrun the Storm Perch and command his own army of Void Riders created from corrupted Storm Riders. Twist player's soul. Dart pull all his foes to crush him. Erupts and leaps to the closest player. Pulls players towards him before erupting. Okay. Let's go ahead and check out how this fight goes. Go ahead, Baelgrim. Go ahead and pull.
I command this rookery by right.
Crush reality.
You have betrayed your directives as an Oathsworn and a Storm Rider. I will not let that stand.
Dark gravity.
Crushed by my power.
Okay.
Crush
The
reality.
might of my hammer.
So when he does that, he leaves that on the ground and it spreads out.
Chaotic
Okay.
eruption.
Oh, my blessing. I deserve this power.
May your memory be forever cursed by what you have wrought here.
I need to target something first.
The same dark magic that was emanating from the Storm Riders is more powerful here.
I do not like that it feels darker and colder as we go down. But there are more survivors to rescue. The lift is out. If we want to keep going, we will have to go down the Storm Rider way. Follow me.
Aim for the water. I see. And then we all head up here to continue. Okay.
Is that? What did Gorin bring here? We have to take it down.
Embrace the void.
I'm out of range.
Crushing darkness. Void folly. Embrace the void. Crushing darkness.
I need to get closer.
No, never mind. I have a feeling they're going to be summoning the last boss we face in here.
Embrace the void.
No, that's what my Shadow Priest will do.
Channeling on that core.
It's like, embrace the void. I'm like, no, that's what my Shadow Priest is for.
Embrace the void. Crushing darkness. Embrace the void.
Also, that's what my Void Elf does as well.
I'm out of range.
Embrace the void. Void folly.
It's too far away.
Crushing darkness. Embrace the void. Void folly. Embrace the void. Crushing darkness. Void shell. Embrace the void.
Was this an earthen once? No matter.
Void shell.
Void stone monstrosity.
Oblivion wave.
A grotesque amalgamation of corrupted storm riders, this towering mass of void power knows only pain and how to inflict it. Taking it down is the only way to cleanse the storm perch and its rookery.
Unleash corruption.
Okay, that does...
Oblivion wave. Electrocuted.
Hey, I got a ring for that. Nearly our entire order has been wiped out. The Storm Riders can protect Dornogal no longer.
Let us return to the council. I must report to them.
Corrupting attacks. Protecting itself with Void Shell. Okay. I'll definitely learn more about how this boss works when I do this again with real players. Okay. Alright, let's see. So I guess we just leave the instance group. Again, I really want to praise that they decided to go ahead and do that. To let players experience the dungeon in the story.
I've tracked the Nerubians to a burrow near the meadery. They must be after the Cinder Brew.
And without the Storm Riders.
Very good to meet you.
So, I wonder if this means we'll be going to the other dungeon here. The entire Rookery? I see. Hold on, let me... Okay. At least the source is destroyed. I lament the loss of so many Storm Riders, but if the corruption had spread to Dornogal...
Go where the edicts lead.
With my Storm Riders inactive, Dornogal is undefended, save a handful of lay peacekeepers. If the Nerubians attack us here again, Dornogal will fall, and all of us with it. It is imperative that we draw them away from the city and take out their commander. We can, and we will, make our own web and capture Xerix in it. I have a plan.
May the Titans carve your path.
Wait, hold on.
Do you require aid? The edicts are my guide.
What? Why is it doing that just automatically? That's... No, don't do that, game.
I follow the council's directives.
Hold on. Alright. Disable all my add-ons. Just disable everything.
Conversation initiated.
Okay, some add-on I have was just automatically skipping that, and I hate that! I hate it when it does that when I'm trying to show off the story. Gosh, that's why I stopped using DBM, because it kept skipping the cutscenes when I didn't want it to. We cannot trust that the Nerubians will keep away from the Coreway once it is repaired. We must strike at their forces before they muster another assault. What's the plan?
I have work to do. They want the Cinder Brew? I propose we let them have it, and then ignite it.
Now hold on! That will reduce my meadery to rubble!
I will see to its repair, Wenbrand. You have my word.
Fine. But if my stock is involved... then so am I.
Excellent. Then we are aligned.
What is your query?
Then it is settled. We will make our stand at the Cinderbrew Meadery.
Conversation terminated.
Your archer friend is right. We must eliminate Xerix and his forces if the Coreway is to remain safe. Let us head to the Cinderbrew Meadery at once.
We are the bedrock.
On your signal, I'll lure the Nerubians to the meadery.
You got it, Illyria.
And we will prepare a welcome for our guests.
By the way, I realized that I no longer need an add-on to do this. Because I always used to get, an add-on to make it where I could see everything, rather than have, they just simply added that in the options. So that's no longer a requirement, basically. Okay, I guess it's time to replace one of these rings. Because I have a 528 here. So, I guess... I mean, it's not really going to matter, but I guess I'll just go ahead and replace this. Farewell, Seal of Diurnius Chosen. I'll just go ahead and keep you right here for now, just in case. Alright, and now we go to the other dungeon here on the Isle of Dorn. The Meadery! So you guys are going to get to see what this game is like without any add-ons for a bit here. Alright, so welcome to the Cinderbrew Meadery dungeon. In fact, let's do this a little differently. Let's go ahead and play a bit of Vengeance, shall we? So I believe that, this was considered the top raid build for Vengeance at the end of Dragonflight. I could probably see why, with things like Soul Crush, multiple things with Soul Cleave, and getting an extra charge of Fiery Brand does sound pretty great. By the way, I believe Sigil, this is now called Sigil of Spite, and I believe it's changed a bit. So, I have to spend all, okay. Obviously this doesn't really change, but we guys say we now go ahead and do a bit of Aldraki Reaver. Let's go ahead and pick some Aldraki, go ahead and mess with some Aldraki Reaver, shall we? There's the Reaver's Mark. Additional fragment, deals additional damage, deal additional damage. Thrill of the Fight. After consuming both enchantments, gain Thrill of the Fight, increasing your attack speed and your damage and healing for 10 seconds. I think we'll be fine. Now, I believe... Oh, really? But I have. Oh, wait, that's right, because this is based... Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to mess around and change the build here, but honestly, it's not a big deal. You can see how long it's been since I was actually, messing around with Vengeance. Yeah. Okay. Spirit Bomb. Alright, so this time let's go ahead and do this as a tank. Now, let me just double check that I actually do have everything. I'll probably mess around with this. I'm not going to actually do any serious tanking on this character. I'll just kind of come up with something else, but it is always nice to know like what the top builds usually are. But that's not going to be the case for a little while.
People of the Isle.
Thank the Titans, the Nerubians have not yet made their move to take the mead yet.
May the edicts guide you.
With all these Cinderbrew kegs here, this meadery would burn hotter than the forge grounds if they were all ignited. I surmise that's why Wenbrand's kegs are made out of stout and strong ironwood. They do not break or catch fire easily. Luckily, we can start a reaction from the inside if we lead fuses into each of them. These ropes the workers left around should work in a pinch.
Be vigilant.
Look, if you can blow up my life's work, it is our only choice. You can blow up my life's work if it is our only choice, but I will not put my workers in danger. This was the path that we all chose, but I won't have them sacrifice themselves to fire or Nerubians for it. Tell them that I said they need to get out of here immediately, and if a single one of them gets so much as chipped, the Council will have a lot to answer for.
Returning. Are you sure this will work, Baelgrim?
It will. It has to.
Then let's get started.
That's right, get out of here. Ha! There we go. Oh yeah! Not really sure why my character has to do that. I'm telling them to leave. Get out of here! That's one thing I'll always love about Vengeance.
It is my oath-sworn duty to protect the Coreway.
Xerix will fall by my hand. It is my directive. It is my will.
May the Titans carve your path.
I'm glad to hear that they had the sense to clear out without much of a fuss.
Follow no directives but your own.
The meadery is evacuated and the explosives are primed. It is time to bait the Nerubians into our trap. Your compatriot is by the Nerubian burrow north of here. She told me her directive is to keep watch over it in case the Nerubians make a move before we are ready. So far, they have not made a move and may now need coaxing. Take a keg of Cinderbrew to the burrow. Tossing it in should stir their nest. Rendezvous with us back after the meter. Quickly, after at the meat yard. Quickly, after.
I set off the keg and hurry back to the mead yard. Then we will finish our preparations.
Illyria?
Over here, champion. Let's burn some Nerubians to cinders.
Let me just take a moment to go ahead and close up on her bow, because that bow looks amazing. I want that bow. I want this bow, and I want Sylvanas' bow from Sanctum of Domination. I'm going to get that sucker someday. But Blizzard, let me also have this bow as well. That's a great bow. Especially if you're going to play, say, a Void Elf Hunter and a Dark Ranger hero talent tree. I'm just saying that bow would go well. In my opinion. Anyways.
Return to the meadery. I'll lead them into the trap.
We protect the people of the Isle.
The Nerubian swarm is on its way. Prepare yourself.
Conversation terminated.
The Nerubians will strike out in anger and pride, which is exactly what we want. They will swarm the meadery soon, seeking to punish us for attacking their burrow. We will hold them here on the ground, while you take to the skies. When Xerix appears to command his army, we will light the fuses. When Brant scrounge together some supplies we can use to corral the Nerubians. Set them up quickly, and then we will get you on a Stormrook. Go!
The Nerubians will soon start swarming from the north.
Actually, hold on a second.
In their path. The honey will slow them down, and the mead and pollen will help us tear through them. Conversation.
If Xerix is slain here, the Coreway should be safe from a second attack.
The Nerubians will soon start swarming from the north.
Place our defenses in their path. The honey will slow them down, and the mead and pollen will help us tear through them. We are out of time. Come, let us get you on a Stormrook.
I have no idea if that's good or not.
It is.
I didn't really take the time to... Actually, hold on a second.
To protect the Coreway. Do you require...
Alright, let me do this again.
Will soon start swarming from the north.
Alright, so... Spill a puddle of cinder honey on the ground that will root the first 5 enemies to walk over it. Attacking the vat splashes volatile mead onto nearby enemies, causing all attacks against them to be critical strikes. Place a basket of cinder bee pollen nearby. Attacking the basket will cause the pollen to explode, dealing heavy damage to nearby enemies. Gotcha. Okay, I can only place 6 of these. So, let's go ahead and put this here. Let's put that there. And since they're going to be coming in from 4 directions, let's go ahead and put these here. Alright.
I follow the Council's direction.
Prepare yourselves. They are coming.
We will keep them gathered by the kegs, thin out the swarm, and stop them from getting past us.
And from wrecking my meadery before we do.
Baelgrim! They're chewing through the fuses!
No! They severed all of the fuses!
Stay focused. These monsters cannot leave here alive.
Stubborn earth, you will not impede my ascension!
Outlander, leave this to me.
I need to get closer.
The fuses! We can't ignite the kegs!
I must fulfill my edict.
What? Forget the edicts!
I cannot. That is why it must be me. You must guide the Earthen.
Pilgrim!
One last ride, then you are free. Syrinx! My directive is to protect this isle, and the Earthen. All the Earthen. Glory to the Titan! Long live the Earthen!
Baelgrum. Oh, twisting paths.
He's gone. We did it, but he's gone.
Well. I'm not really sure I expected that. It is rather ironic that his last words were glory to the Titans. Actually, it was long live the Earthen, but that was like literally part of his last words. I mean, pretty heroic thing for him to do, to take out Xerix as well as blow up all the kegs, so... Good on him. And Zarin now is without a rider. Unless they want to let him be my new mount.
Greetings, Outlander.
Xerix is dead. We did it. It's over. Baelgrim did it.
Forge your own path.
We dealt a heavy blow to the Nerubians, but Baelgrim... He was infuriatingly rigid, and we argued ceaselessly, but in the end, he was a defender of our people. All of them. Baelgrim sacrificed himself to vouchsafe the Isle of Dorn from the Nerubians. Everyone needs to know that, and we can't let the Nerubians force our hand like that again. Go back to Merix and Dornagal. Tell him that we will come soon. We just... need a moment here.
The Coreway's repairs must continue. It's what Baelgrim would have wanted.
When Brant nods in silence.
Feel for a friend of the Grummels, like you. May your feet find good trails.
So I was under the impression that I was going to be doing the dungeon. We may not actually be doing the dungeon just yet. I mean, it is a dungeon here, so I don't know. Maybe the dungeon is a follow-up after what happened here, since when Brent has kind of gotten his whole, like, operation here kind of screwed. You know? Well, I guess we'll just head on back and let them know. I'm probably going to switch back to Havoc before we can even turn this in.
I see you return alone, Outlander. I presume not all went well.
No. Illyria, Anduin, Magni, Dagran, Moira are all here as we look to continue working on repairing this.
Do you have an appointment?
With the help of Edelgon's workers, the major repairs of the Coreway's machinery are complete. Titans willing, it will soon be fully functional once again.
We must talk later.
What of the others?
Must go.
We heard the echo of the explosion from here. I presume you have found victory, but your solitary arrival suggests that not all is well. What happened?
I have work to do. Tell me what has happened.
Council Ward. We
have bad news. Speak freely and honestly. We have repelled the Nerubians, but Baelgrim is gone.
I see. So he fulfilled his edict.
Not just that. He defended the Earthen, both the Oathsworn and the Unbound. More than anything, he wanted us to stand together again.
Then we will honor his memory by doing so. It will take time to fully repair the Coreway, but the Outlanders can descend to the Ringing Deeps. The Earthen of the Isle of Dorn will support their endeavor, no matter what the edicts say. If we can bring the machine speakers back into the fold as well, then the Council will truly stand complete.
Thank you, Council Ward. Now, let's clear the last of that rubble.
You address the Council Ward of Dornogal.
Let's do it.
I serve the Titans unswervingly.
May we all learn from Baelgrim's valor. He died to preserve our people, our unity. We must not let that be in vain.
We must talk later.
Outlander, I will accompany you to the Ringing Deeps. It is my home, and it too may need defending.
Okay. Before we do that, though, what's going on, Lyria?
I am on the hunt.
Do not be lulled into a false sense of victory. Xalatath yet lives. So long as she schemes in the shadows, the safety we have secured here is fleeting. Just as it was in Dalaran. While Anduin and the Earth attend to our wounded, I will protect them the way I know best. By slaughtering all who threaten us.
I will not fail again.
Valeria, I heard you helped corner Xerix at the meadery. Thank you.
The Nerubians took so much from us. I will not let them do the same to the Earthen.
They've been good allies, and gracious hosts.
A welcome surprise, given that they've been living in isolation for thousands of years.
That may not entirely be the case. I asked about why they keep calling me Arathi, and apparently an Arathi armada arrived on Khazalgar a number of years ago. They're said to have formed a settlement in the caverns beneath the island. It sounds impossible, but if it's true, I want to see it for myself. They could prove to be allies in our fight against Xalatath.
No. We've secured a measure of safety here. Don't abandon it to chase shadows in the dark.
Isn't that what you're doing?
I'm doing what I must. Hunting down every last Nerubian, following their trail back to Xalatath, and claiming vengeance for our dead.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to...
Remain in Dornegal, Anduin. Leave the shadows to me.
It's alright, Anduin. I know you mean well.
The edicts must be followed. Having a Thragar here in Dornegal, it is an auspicious sign indeed.
A what? Oh, right. Me? Oh, yes. A Thragar of old I am.
Will you be returning to your duties then?
Duties? Can you refresh my memory of what those are?
Of course. I suppose your memory is like mine. A little dim around the edges after a few thousand years. Our Thragar were the best of us. Chosen by the Titans and instilled with great power. They were our heralds, our generals. They made decisions for the Keepers in their absence. Your duty is to guide and protect us, to warn us of oncoming danger, which in a way, you have.
These other Thragar, they look akin to me.
They were larger, perhaps, but they shone, as you do, of hard minerals.
Azeroth, you fox. Did you do this on purpose? To pave the way here for us?
I'm sorry. My auditory functions did not catch that.
Needn't you mind. Had a stray thought. Thank you for jogging my memory.
Magni. I think he's I think he's probably the only one that can refer to Azeroth as "you fox." Magni. Well, it looks like we're heading to the Ringing Deeps next.
The mountain lends us its strength. We will survive.
Huh.
We always
okay. Interesting. Now, here's something else I want to check. Okay, but alright, hold on. So the meadery is not even available yet. I can't actually queue for the meadery. So that's actually not meant to be a leveling dungeon. That's a max level dungeon. That's what I just realized. This is a max level dungeon is what the meadery is. Okay, never mind. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cut off here, and when we come back, we will be heading down into the Ringing Deeps. I may actually just go ahead and finick a bit with my Vengeance build, since apparently the previous builds are not saved anymore, but then again, this is a new expansion, it kind of shouldn't be. So anyways, stay tuned.